Hello everyone, welcome back to Motion RC. I'm James and today we got another exciting new release to talk about coming from Primus. These are the brand new 1/10 scale four-wheel drive Jeeps that you see here, available in tan, green, or gray. These babies come ready to run. I show you just what comes out of one of the boxes, but all's the same. I actually don't have unboxing footage because pulling them out, the only thing you're gonna have to do when you get it out is the front windshield. Just has to be put into place. You don't have to put any decals on or anything like that. You basically just charge up the battery that comes with it, put some batteries in your transmitter, and you are good to go. And what's also cool about these, we'll talk about a little later, we do have a scale accessory line from Primus that are gonna match these 1/10 scale tanks. Some really cool options that we'll discuss. But before we get into all of that, let's just go over all the features. So as I already mentioned, these babies come ready to run. So that means you are getting everything in the box you need to get this baby rolling. You're getting a transmitter coming out of the box. You've got a battery, you've got a charger, USB. They give you a little screwdriver in case you want to take certain things apart, and you've got a manual coming out. So very simple in its design, but really, really cool. These models are 1/10 scale, so they're gonna match up with any 1/10 scale military equipment you got, but it's really great because 1/10 scale offers a lot of options. Like I said, we have accessories, but you could put scale figures in there and all sorts of other scale details. And just from pulling it out of the box, it has some really nice scale detail around it at that 1/10 size. This model comes with lights. So you're gonna have a nice light package on it. You've got rear lights, front lights, and you do have a little controllable spotlight on the front of the model as well that you can control from the transmitter. So all in all, really cool. As I mentioned, this model offers four-wheel drive, and another cool aspect of it, when you do turn the wheel left or right, the steering wheel turns as well. I know a lot of guys like that scale detail, and when you look at that steering wheel, you can see they do have some of the dials and things of that nature. A nice scale dashboard is also in there, which is really, really well done. So now talking about those accessories, we'll show some of them here, but we're offering a 1/10 scale driver figure. We also have a cloth canopy that's gonna work great if you wanna put a canopy on the Jeep, because the roll bars will come up on this Jeep to put that on. We've got a machine gun that you could mount in the truck if you want to. It's really nice. We have ammo crates, a fuel crate, and then really nicely, we do have a scale trailer that's gonna connect to your 1/10 scale Jeep, which just makes it all around cooler, offers a nice extra bit. And one of the best optional accessories is gonna be the winch. You can attach that to any of the Jeeps. I have it attached to the green one, but that's gonna plug right into the control board. You just have to remove a couple of screws. It fits nicely right behind the front bumper, and it works via the transmitter. So the transmitter already has a dedicated spot to it, and the control board, which is accessed right below the on-off switch, is where you plug it in, which just adds to the scale realism. So I really like that that's an option. So that'll do it for all the features, guys. Let's quickly plug one in and just show you how everything works. So again, the Jeep here, really nice. The transmitter itself, you're gonna use that screwdriver that's included. That's gonna give you access. You're just gonna need two AA batteries go inside of there. So that's the only thing you're gonna really have to supply. And then when that turns on, you'll see you get the flashing light, and it'll go solid when you have the truck itself charged up. Access to the battery bay, super simple. They already have an included piece of Velcro on the inside. That hood just lifts up really nicely. We can slot that on the battery, get that plugged in. Close that down, and now on the bottom of the truck itself, you will see the on-off switches here. Now also the screwdriver is going to allow you to take this lid off, because as you can see, the winch that I have pre-installed, you just got to run it through the bottom of the truck, and then it goes right through this side part. So you do have to take this little plastic cover off if you want access to plug that in. You won't have to take it off if you're not going to bother with the winch. If you just want the Jeep, that's more than acceptable. But then turning this on, and you can hear we get bound up, and you can see headlights right away go on. You can see on the back as well, you have rear lights, which is nice. Now there's no sound on these models, so no sound to be able to turn on and off. But on the top of the transmitter, just some of your functions. You see this, the top button is gonna be for your light. You turn that on and you get the spotlight that comes on and off. Same as the Primus Humvees that we just released has that same option, but that's all the light button does. Going to turn that on and off. And then as far as the rest of the controls, it's really just steering trim. So you can trim your steering. That's the only thing the transmitter at the top is going to go for. But when you see, you turn the wheel, the steering wheel itself turns. So that's really nice. Forward and reverse. And then the last two buttons on the transmitter are going to be these two on the side, and that's going to be for our winch control. You push one side and it will pull the winch in. You push another side and it will loosen it up. So you see right now, I'm loosening up the winch. And then when I push the other button, it's going to pull it up and in. All around, super neat little addition to these Jeeps, which is really awesome. Now let's show you some of the scale accessories and how they work with everything. So we have our Primus 1/10 scale driver. He fits perfectly in this Jeep. Just rest him in. He could have his hand on the steering wheel. All around, super cool. I think he obviously works well with the green Jeep. Then we also have, like I said, some of these scale accessories. We have a fuel drum. We've got two different size ammo crates. So they'll, you can pack them in the back if you wish. Things like that if you want to scale it out. We also have the awesome machine gun that's going to get mounted. There is a little hole on the bottom of the Jeep. It's a little like square hole there, and that's where this gun is going to fit in. It just pushes in, and then when you want to take it out, very easily removed, but all around gives it a nice scale look to it. I really dig that. And then hopefully as we add more guys to it, we'll get another character who could be in the back manning the machine gun. And then one of the biggest accessories that I love is going to be this awesome scale trailer. The trailer itself, when you take this out of the box, you do have to put some detail parts on it. It has minimal assembly required, but all around it's super neat. You got nice metal chains with plastic hooks down here for when it connects. You also have a stand, so when it's by itself it can stand up, but you can press that in and then you can connect it to the back of the Jeep very simply. It just latches on. There's a little latch there, and then you can connect these up and you've got a working to put all your accessories in. So we could get our fuel drum in there. We could get our ammo crates in there if you want to put them in there. But all around, super neat. And then lastly is going to be what I really like too, another nice addition, a nice cloth canopy. Because on all these Jeeps, these roll bars, you can just unattach them like the real thing and raise up. They come out those slots, they go down into this slot, and then we could assemble the canopy on top of this. So let me get the gun out of here. But you can see that's how it would fit, and then then you could pop the canopy over it, and then you tie it down everywhere you'd want it to go. All around, super neat. So if you like the Jeeps with the canopy on top, you've got that, and I like that it's actual cloth, so it's gonna, move in the wind, move around when you go, give it a little more scale realism to it. But at this price that you're getting for this full package here, and for the prices of some of these accessories, you get a really nice scale option with all of these Jeeps. So honestly, whether you go with the gray, the tan, or the green, you really can't go wrong. It depends on which one's for you, but all around they are super cool. So now taking them outside, again, they're not the craziest, they're not going to traverse the wildest sorts of terrain. I mean, these are just good looking, simple driving models at a good price that are going to be perfect for you scale military guys who just want to have a nice Jeep to add as an accoutrement to all of your other military vehicles, if you're a military hobbyist, things of that nature. But they are pretty quick. They can move around really nice. They look good doing it, especially when you get scale figures inside of them. 1/10 scale is a pretty popular size. So right now, while our Primus figurine is limited, there'll be tons of options out there for you guys to fill your trucks with different sort of scale figurines. Everything from the gun to the winch to the canopy when you see that on there. I love the shovels and the axe on the side that already comes pre-installed. The fuel tanks on the back of the model, when it's running around with the lights and moving around, it looks really good. And all around, again, you can't beat it for this price. It's just a good price model that's going to give you everything you need to have some fun, and that battery is going to last you upwards of a half hour with a full charge. So you really, again, they don't go too fast, so even if you were full throttle on the stick for a long time, you'll at least get 20 minutes, but for the most part, if you're trying to drive around scale, you'll easily be able to push that over 30 minutes if you want to. So there you have it, guys. That's going to do it for the brand new Primus Jeeps 1/10 scale, coming in tan, green, or gray, available right now at motionrc.com. I have links in the description to each color of the Primus models. I also have a link to each one of the accessories that come with it individually, because again, getting these accessories just adds to the scale detail if you want to do it. Again, having the big machine gun is just really cool, and all around just a super neat package, because who doesn't love a nice Willys Jeep? But that'll do it for me, guys. If you have any more questions, feel free, leave them down below. I try to answer as many as I can. But the best way you could help out Motion RC, at least on YouTube, is clicking that like and subscribe button. And the best way, though, you could help out Motion RC is heading to motionrc.com, picking yourself up a brand new Jeep, maybe an RC boat, an RC plane, an RC car, truck, helicopter, tank, you name it. We've got it at Motion RC. We're happy to serve you, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.